Up with KREM begins now.
7 a.m. now. This morning, a Pierce County woman and her daughter are in jail. They're accused of trying to steal newborn girls from families. This morning, we tell you what investigators know.
And some unsettled weather came throughout the weekend, but as we start off your Monday morning, things are looking dry and calm all across I-90 as people get started with their day. We'll talk about what to expect into the rest of the work week.
Well, there is growing concern from China this morning as the coronavirus continues to spread. We'll connect the dots on the epicenter of the outbreak. 7 a.m. on our Monday morning, Odessa High School's Ryan Moffitt is making history. On Saturday, he broke the Washington State scoring record for basketball there. Moffitt scored 3,112 points in his career. He has at least 4 more games left, so it's just going to keep going up. Now, his team is the favorite going into the state tournament here in just a few weeks. So congrats to him and little old Odessa.
Exactly, getting a little bit of recognition there. And we have a full interview with him on KREM.com if you want to check it out. He's a cool kid.
And for small towns like that, that's a big deal.
Huge deal.
Congrats to him. Congrats to Odessa. I'm sure all eyes will be on the team as they get closer and closer to that state tournament.
Of course.
All right, here at 7:01, let's check in with Evan Ronnie, our superstar in the Weather Center.
Good morning. Yeah, we are starting off our Monday with mainly dry conditions out there. We see a couple areas where some hit or miss snow showers are the name of the game for your Monday. But for the most part, take a look around downtown. Things are looking really nice. Now, 12-hour forecast looks like this. We'll warm up to the low to mid 40s into the afternoon. A few high clouds hang out with us through most of the morning hours. It looks like the view out toward Wallace is still pretty foggy. Some of our mountain areas, especially as you move toward Lookout Pass, for example, in Wallace, we're seeing slick conditions on the road still and limited visibility. So you do want to take it slow over Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, Lookout Pass, where we could still see some interference from some snow showers, as you see on Future Tracker. Now, running Future Tracker through the next 48 hours, pretty promising sight. We should be moving toward dry conditions overnight tonight, a few remaining showers that carry on over through your Tuesday, and then Wednesday, mainly dry conditions all the way through the day. It looks like we won't be encountering much wet weather until we head toward about the weekend. So very nice in general as we go through the week, with temperatures warming up to hopefully the upper 40s by this weekend. I'll send things back over to you.
Evan, thank you. 7:02 now. This morning, a Pierce County woman and her daughter are in jail. They are accused of trying to steal newborn girls from families. Nicole Hernandez is joining us live now in the newsroom with more on what investigators know. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jen. So this mom and daughter duo were posing as photographers, but police say it was all just a ploy. They were accused of drugging a woman to try and take her newborn. And this woman used Facebook groups to promote her fake photography business, offering free photo sessions to families. Our sister station in Seattle spoke with one mom who actually had a session set up. That mom, Gabby Romias, says this baby will be her rainbow baby, and that's a term used for a baby born after the loss of another child.
I had lost my first daughter in 2017, and this birth is so emotional, and it's like to think I almost let someone like that around my family. It's kind of hard.
Romias is just one of many who have been in contact with the scammer. Investigators say more women are actually coming forward saying she contacted them. Police say the 38-year-old suspect was targeting families who people wouldn't be suspicious of, even visiting one mom multiple times.
She'd been there a couple times taking selfies and pictures with the infant, trying to establish a timeline in case she were to take the baby that it was hers, because she had photos leading up to this.
Police say that the woman would offer up the free session, saying she wanted to build her photography portfolio, but she would reject any moms who were expecting boys, seemingly only interested in families with baby girls younger than 5 weeks old. And police do have these two in custody now. They're scheduled to be in court at some point tomorrow. In the newsroom, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
All right, Nicole, thank you. The federal government is planning to make big investments in trying to prevent wildfires. Leaders announced the government will fund 11,000 miles of strategic fuel breaks in 5 western states. Washington and Oregon are 2 of them. Experts say breaks in vegetation slows a fire's progress. And by creating those breaks, Bureau of Land Management leaders hope it will make fires less frequent. Now, it's unclear, though, how much that plan will cost. Senator Bernie Sanders will be holding a rally today in Tacoma. This is ahead of the Washington state presidential primary on March 10th. The Sanders rally is free and open to the public. His opponents, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, visited Seattle yesterday, while Senator Elizabeth Warren will be in Seattle next weekend. The NAACP launched its first local chapter in Kootenai County. It's the third in Idaho. The others are in Pocatello and Treasure Valley. Senate candidate Paulette Jordan joined the opening ceremony as the keynote speaker. Well, foodies, get ready. The Inlander Restaurant Week is just days away. More than 120 restaurants around the Inland Northwest are offering 3-course meals. Those meals are fixed at $22 or $33. It runs from this Thursday through February 29th, so technically a little longer than a week. But joining us for a sneak peek this morning, Coach Anito and Das Steinhaus will be in the KREM 2 kitchen to preview what diners can expect. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. 7:06 now. This morning, hundreds of American travelers quarantined in Japan are back in the U.S. Overnight, 2 flights carrying hundreds of U.S. passengers from the Diamond Princess cruise ship landed in California and Texas. Cruise took passengers to military bases where they will remain in quarantine for an additional 2 weeks. The cruise ship is the largest coronavirus outbreak outside of China. More than 40 Americans on the cruise ship tested positive for the virus. Symptomatic passengers were not allowed to return to the U.S.
We're exhausted, but we're on the plane, and that's a good feeling. Pretty miserable wearing these masks, though.
Well, that cruise ship is still docked in Tokyo with other passengers in quarantine. This morning, experts say the coronavirus death toll stands at 1,800 worldwide, and they say there are more than 53,000 confirmed cases.
All right, thank you so much, Jen. 7:07 on your Monday morning. A topic trending is a bill that could give Washington residents new privacy rights. If passed, people in Washington will have a better idea of who is using their data and if they have the right to opt out of some data processing. So this morning, we want you to weigh in. Do you think everyone has the right to know who is using their data? You can let us know by voting in our free KREM 2 mobile app or on krem.com/vote. Right now, 100% of you are saying yes. It's still pretty early, 7:07. Conversation a lot of us are having with this bill being proposed. So the bill would require companies that process large amounts of personal data to allow consumers in Washington state to access, correct, delete, and transfer that information. The bill passed in the Senate on Friday. Now it will head to the House for likely consideration. A similar privacy measure failed in the House back in 2019. If passed, Washington will follow California in privacy regulation. So this morning, we want to know what you think. Vote now in our KREM 2 mobile app.
And boy, the people have spoken, it looks like.
I know it's not moving at all.
All right, yeah, it's your personal information out there. You're saying, yeah, I should be able to control it.
And especially, I think the most nerve-wracking part is just the uncertainty of not knowing where your data is going, what it's being used for. I don't think anyone wants their personal data to be used for bad reasons, right? But kind of hard to control nonetheless.
All right, we'll continue weighing in this morning. 98%. Oh, there's 2% that's
There we
saying
go.
no.
All right.
Let me know what you think.
There's
Those
an
people who
outlier.
don't
There's a
know.
devil's advocate out
Yes,
there, right?
I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, 7:08 now. Well, the Inlander Restaurant Week coming up this week. And this morning, we have some special guests in studio. After the break, Coach Anito is in the kitchen to give us a sneak peek at their menu.
And coming up in our next half hour, we're talking airlines that are most likely to lose your luggage. Stay with us here on Up with KREM.